Hi, I'm Regina Martinho. A foreign accent can be a very cute thing, and it is really. But depending on how intense your accent is, it can be a barrier, it can be an obstacle to understanding. Because sometimes the accent is so strong that people don't understand what you want to say, don't understand the words you're pronouncing. There can be mispronunciation because we carry so much from Portuguese that it's hard to understand the word you're trying to say. But sometimes what happens is we're trying to say something and people focus so much more on your accent than on the message you're trying to give. And I've seen people in this situation. So they are like holding a meeting or they're taking part in a meeting, and when they talk, okay, what is this person trying to say? Their English is okay, they have the vocabulary, but the accent is so strong that it calls the attention, So the attention that should be given to the message is focused on the accent, because the accent is so strong that the message becomes irrelevant because the message is not understood. You get this idea? So reducing the accent is important in this case when the accent is so strong that it impedes understanding. So carrying an accent is okay. Yes, it is okay. But as long as it doesn't interfere in understanding the message. All right. So what we do here is work a bit on improving accent reduction, teaching you how to reduce that, not carrying so much from Portuguese into English, and helping you in those situations like you go to a restaurant and you order and you're talking to the waiter and the waiter doesn't understand because you know the words, you know what's written in the menu. But when you say the things to the waiter goes, what? Oh, I didn't get it. What? Can you say it again? And then, okay, let's work on that. Or when you are in a meeting, and that is so important, you are in a meeting, you are at work, and you try to say something and people don't understand you. And you study English for so many years and then you try to say something. Oh, come on. Why I try to talk and people never understand me? I have the vocabulary. I have the grammar. I studied for so many years and people don't get my message. Well, there are two factors here. Speaking with fluidity, right? And that's something, of course, that we learn. So one thing is fluency. Fluency is when you are able to speak without thinking very much. It's when you're able to produce sentences without thinking very much. Well, should I use this verb or should I use that verb? What is the verb tense here? What is the vocabulary or what is the right word for the sentence? That is fluency. Fluidity is when you don't stumble so much, when you don't stop so much, when things flow. And then the other thing is intonation. Intonation is something very important because in Portuguese, the intonation goes ta, 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 ta. In English, it's very different. First, because we don't say word by word, but we say things in blocks, so sentences are divided in blocks. And another thing that is very important in English in terms of intonation. In English, we have content words and function words. So what does that mean? The intonation is based on content words, that are the words that have importance, the words that give a meaning to the sentence. And those words are verbs and nouns. So those words will be stressed when you say them. And then we have the function words There are the prepositions, the articles, there are the auxiliaries, the question words, etc. And they will be unstressed. They will have less importance in the sentence. I'll give you an example. For example, if I say, I couldn't call him last night. Call, night. I couldn't call him last night. I have two words that are content words, and these are the words that I'm going to have a higher stress, that I'm going to stress in the sentence. You see, so there's a whole study for that. There's a technique for that, to have the correct intonation. When you have the correct intonation for a sentence, and when you have the correct intonation for English, what's going to happen? You're going to sound more interesting. So if you are giving a meeting, if you work with English, if you use English at work, of course, you want to sound interesting. Who doesn't, right? So there are techniques for that, for you to sound more interesting, for you to sound more confident, so that all can be worked on when you learn pronunciation and intonation. The other day I was interviewing a person, and then this person said to me, well, I have a lot of meetings in English, and you know what I do? I don't say a word. I only watch. And I say, how come? But your English is good. I don't feel confident to speak. I just listen and watch people talking. So this person that has good vocabulary, good English, good grammar, knows how to use verbs correctly, doesn't feel confident. So lack of confidence is something that we can work on. And it's something that can be easily solved, with classes that focus on that. Pronunciation, intonation, helping you to gain this fluidity. So English is not just about grammar and words and verb tenses. English is more than that. And it's fascinating to work on this part of the language, helping people gain confidence, helping people gain clarity, because language is all about clarity. I say my message, you understand my message, and this is language. Communication. This is the purpose. This is the target of language. Communicating. Okay? So this is it for today. This is my message. Have this in mind. How good is your English? How clear is your English? How objective is your message? Right? Let's think about that. It's not just words. It's not just vocabulary. It's not just grammar. This is one step of the way. There are a lot of other things to learn. And this is what I'm doing here. This is what I'm helping you for. This is what I'm trying to help you here with. See that English is not only about grammar. English is not only about, getting a book and studying. That's not going to make you confident. We need more than that. All right, I'll see you in our next challenge. Bye-bye.